Good morning, everyone. Welcome into Flying with Mike. Thank you so much for being a part of it today. Today, Friday. Hey, the weekend. The weekend's here. Party, party, party for most of you. Hope you all enjoy. Um, anyway, we are on the weekend. So we are sitting in Denver and we have a whirlwind. Well, I won't call it a whirlwind, but we've got some really good flights lined up. We're going to start off here in Denver, Colorado, proceed over to Chicago O'Hare, and then continue to the La Garbage Can, otherwise known as LaGuardia. And hopefully, we'll see how things work out, but we're going to try for that infamous greetings, bad attitude. Welcome in. Hope you had a great day yesterday and days prior. Welcome aboard. But we're going to try our hand if winds give us the chance at the expressway visual into LaGuardia. Actually, if you looked at a particular visual approach up, it no longer is called that. I believe, looking at comparing charts and all, it's called the Park Visual and or RNIP. So we'll deal with that on the second flight. But this flight, Denver to Chicago Gate, Charlie 34, and I think center just came up. So we'll be getting online here shortly. But anyway, we're just got the jet fuel loaded, getting the last of the catering done, and the peeps at the same time are loading up. So with that, let's get in here. Let's get in here. And first, hang on a second. I'm going to go ahead and send the caterers away. All right, everything else can stay as is. All right, we'll get back to that page. We'll come back to this in a second. All right, let's pre-brief here, give you a chance to see what we're doing. I'm not certain what the heck is going on with Elevatech. All of a sudden, I no longer see my routes on it. So trying to I've been kind of messing with that all morning long. Why it's not coming in, I have no idea. Really strange. I actually had to put the using sim brief, put in the departure and arrival. So I haven't checked. I don't want to. Yeah, we'll leave it there. So, all right. Oh, one thing I did forget. Let's get those flipped over. All right, so you got Sim Toolkit in front of you, but that is working. So it looks like we've got a pretty much east run to Kirksville, Missouri, and then up on the arrival. All right, pretty cool. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. However, here's our loadout. We're putting on 41,400 pounds of payload, 180 people, and 9,900, so it says, in cargo and baggage. Block fuel, 20,500. And I think, and we'll double check, I think it's 20,006, but we'll see to make sure we loaded right. And like I said, 180 people, cost index 5 for today. And I don't know if we'll get runway 8, but possibility. But we're going to go off on the ME's 8 departure ZIRKL over to PWE, Kirksville, onto the Bend Key 6 arrival. Looks like 28 center. We'll see how that plays out. We do have a south down here in St. Louis, some 200 to 300 miles away. We do have winds predominantly from the south and southwest. So could be westerly. But anyway, changes operations at a lot of airports when it's like that. But not Chicago. They got so many runways, they have no idea what to do with them. Not just kidding. All right, so moving on to that thing we were just talking about, weather. And this is one way to know you have ATC in your sector, besides looking at the map, is if you get an ATIS. Now, in the real world, there is always an ATIS that we can get online. Most airports in the U.S., not all of them, no, not most of your larger airports, you can do this, but they don't translate into Sim Toolkit, the ATIS. However, when a center or any ATC is up that's going to put on VATSIM, a ATIS up, then it'll be projected here. So we'll get to that in a second. However, winds are 070 at 9. You know, I don't think I've ever taken off on runway 8 or landed for that matter. We may do that if they'll let me. Sometimes they get very, no. Some of them. I don't know about the guy we have today. Name doesn't ring a bell, so. 10-mile visibility, and it's clear there. 62 degrees, which, by the way, they're slightly colder than we are, but then again, they're an hour behind us, so that would lend to be pretty accurate. So it's really been a fantastic last couple of, I mean, this week compared to last has just been like night and day. It's just been unreal, the temperatures here in the Midwest. We got a little correction coming into the 40s tomorrow for highs, but then we'll start climbing back up again. So welcome to spring. It is slowly on the horizon. Those of you that have been clamoring for it, it's almost here. Got just about 21 more days. So departing runway 8. And okay, down in the ATIS, it'll tell you we're departing 825 or 34 left. No, why is the 35s omitted, I wonder? Huh. Anyway, aircraft must read back and, you know, do all of that good stuff. All right, so hopefully you've had enough time. I'm going to go ahead, pre-file us, but not bring us online yet, so bear with me here as I wait on it. Let you all look at traffic for the moment. I gotta always put in some data. Kind of, wrong page. There we go. Always never understanding why this doesn't, you know, why this isn't available to us. Oh wait, I did it wrong. There we go. And one last thing. Okay. Let me see the time. Oh no. We'll go. Oh wait. What time are we? 17. Are we 17Z? That was another thing that threw me off. Times in, was it my, no, times on VAMSIS, I think are like an hour off. I think they're taking into daylight savings time just a tad bit early. Might be this upcoming weekend. I don't think so, but it might be. Because it's snuck under the radar for us to fall back. So, I don't know. All right, so we're going to be American Airlines 2771 with, like I said, service from Denver to O'Hare. All right, so as we look at the main picture here, we've got the cabin door open, all the cargo doors open. Baggage, cargo, however you want to say it. I say potato, you may say potato. I don't know. Or tomato, tomato. Or tomatillo. Oh, wait, that's a whole different veggie. Never mind. Actually, I don't know the difference. I'll be totally honest. I really don't. So yeah, I know I live a sheltered life. All right, so let's get this fired up here. The only thing that I am remiss in right now is getting us set up with our coordinates. I got sidetracked as always, and I'm just waiting for it to say aligned. Okay, so we can do that. Hang on. Okay. Quickly, I'm going to do this. We'll do a better job up in O'Hare. 3951.8, 3951.8, 104.30. Where are we at? 104.45. 104.40.5 west. 3951.8 north. Align. There it goes. See how it aligned right up? We were right there. I noticed. Yeah, I fell behind. All right, so get our winds. Up. Clear. Clear. Might as well do it. Whoop. While we're here. Okay, so if you've hooked a SimBrief, you've got the ability to do the init request. If not, you got to fill all of this out. It's, by the way, free. Okay. So let's get to work here. We'll do one more page here. Check in our weights. Okay, 149.8. That works 20. Whoa. All right, we definitely got to change that to 6.9er. 20.8. Hey, we got our times all figured out. We're good. All right, no extra time, so we got to make the first approach. I think it's clear skies in Chicago, so hopefully no CL60s taxi in our way. Wow, that's gonna be bizarre to hear. Definitely listening to COM on that. Ugh, ugly. Very ugly for that ute. F plan. All right, and make it into the limit one more time. Departure 8. Out of here, we said we're doing the Emmys. Emmys. It's not Emmy season. Out to okay, let's go ahead and insert it, see what happens. Okay, so usually you all don't get to see what I do here. I'm going to blow it up. Basically, I'm just going to follow the route out to along our well, here's our, let me just go ahead and show it to you real quick. Here's our departure. So if everything goes my way, we'll be able to taxi right over, right up, and out. That's my hope. We'll see. They'll probably say, no, go left, go right, go left, right, and then turn around, touch your nose, and then head up to runway 8. Who knows? All right, so if everything is set up right, we're going out to tight Han. It looks like it. Let's just look at it here. And gas, snipper, Emmys, which are supposedly in California. Why they're in Colorado, I don't know. To ZIRKL. Okay, that's our departure. So pretty simple. Again, remember you're a mile high, so you're high altitude, somewhat high altitude operations. Wintertime, not so much. Summertime, big time. high altitude. That is because with the humidity, with the temperatures up in the 90s pushing 100, you are looking at a density altitude at least 1,000 feet, if not way more than that, above the airport. So everything works a little harder to get to altitude. All right, and again, here's our initial. They're going to probably tell us initial to 23,000. We'll see. And there's all of our, what we just did. Okay, out. And again, you can see it there, ZIRKL. And then we continue on over to Kirksville. PWE, I think it was, and then Kirksville. Now, over here, real quick, what I do, I'm looking for discontinuities. It's all I'm really looking for. And that, yes, our flight plan is correct. And it is PWE, Kirksville. Click, click. Oh, wait, there's a discontinuity because of O'Hare. Click the airport, arrival. And we said 28 center. So I have vulgar, nope, or that, or I could do an RNAV. Let me see what the RNAV looks like. Same thing. So take your pick, take your poison. I'm going to just do the ILS because we'll do it from final and that'll be perfect. All right. And just again, refresh everyone's memory. As of 24 minutes ago, winds are 250 at 14, so strap down your hats, gusting to 31. The Windy City is alive and well today. And it's that way down here too. It's pretty windy. 10-mile visibility, and our ceiling is at 22,000. Planning visuals for 27 center, visual 27 rights, ILS's 28 center approaches. Just a secret, they will accept visuals. But anyway, so just a little secret. You didn't hear that from me. Whisper in my ear. All right, so that'll work. Go back to Denver. There we go. All right, so let's put in ILS to 8 center. Coming in the Binky 6, Novia. Should be Kirksville up here. Up there it is. IRK. Insert. Now, the cool thing that I like about Airbus over a lot of what I see Boeing put out. Now, this very well could be flight simulation. What I complain about, not real world, because I'm never in the cockpit for they won't let me up there anymore. They said I know how to fly them so well they don't want me anywhere near their offices. So there's PWE, Kirksville. Now we have our fixes, and I'm just going to look at them real quick. Lomi, Keok, Drams. Looking again, still for discontinuity. Riley, Bedford, Bylaw, Bentkey, Newark. Oh, this is the one that has Newark on it. I haven't seen that one in a while. Ashton and Peta. Like I said, I haven't been on this one in a while. Giorgio. I really try to stay away from Chicago. They have a couple really good controllers, but I have been really having some tough times with them again. So we'll hope for the best. That's how we're just going at this, hoping for the best. And we'll just have a fun time into there. All right, Hazel at 12 miles is where we pick up. Basically from Tony, we're going to turn in, intercept the ILS, and intercept the localizer, drop on the glide slope when we get to it. So, and if there's controllers there, they'll be telling us. If it's not auto ATC, it'll be beeping off too much, and it's just way too overpowering sometimes. Okay, so we're going out to DPA. Woo, long way to hold. And then if we have to go to our alternate, it will be Detroit. Perfect. All right, so let me push that back in, turn that back to ARC. I want to put it at 20. We'll see. We may really quickly run that out. So we got that all set. Now let's check RadNav. We're set to come back. Perf. Everyone knows my favorite thing here. I use the calculator here only as a way to verify what comes off the McDo. Hang on. All right. So again, you can see runway 8. Weather-wise, I'm not certain where this comes from, if they're getting it right off the press, meaning exactly at this moment the winds were 084 at 3. That I don't know because they don't tell us down here. I wish they would, like they do for the landing. All right, but I am going to go with the latest ATIS. 26 minutes ago were 060. And by the way, that's what center is going to want to hear. 9. Temperature 17, so it's a little older than that, what's in here. And 3011, even the pressure's gone up a little more. Runway's dry, aircraft's dry. Sorry, anti-ice will be off. That was good. Takeoff CG 12. You know what? Let's see. Here's where 5,000 feet above sea level could come into play. Look how far that is. It's almost a 12,000 foot runway. And see how much runway you're using? And we're not even fully, we're heavily loaded, but we're not a full load. So that's right there, pretty incredible. Let's throw some flaps at it. Should knock us down. There we go. I'll take that any day. All right, so we're going to flex. And actually, I don't have to put 143 in there. Unless, of course, I'm in the aircraft for real and dispatch has sent me my takeoff. Although I, as captain and first officer, have to agree that the computations are correct and make sure the aircraft will do as the piece of paper they got over ACARS says. All right, so we're going to come over here to uplink. All right, so we are 30. Oh, I know why it got that. That's my problem, but that's okay. Closer to the real temperature, 060. You, by the way, can't change the temperature at 9er. Again, we do have a dry runway. If it was wet, contaminated with snow, ice, or any of that garbage, up-down arrows will move that. Now, what I do here is I'll put 2 for the flaps. So now when I do a take, now don't worry about your temperature that it's saying here. You'll see what I mean. Wait a minute, this is toga. Why is it saying? Hang on, something's weird. Okay, it is saying go toga now. Okay, so when we drop, that means we're not getting any benefits, so might as well toga takeoff. Toga means full power. All right, so now we'll request I never noticed that. I wonder if that's happened to me before. I just assumed it said flex. And you're going to find that just about every runway in Denver is about 12,000 feet long. That's one reason they did it, so that you're a mile apart on every parallel so they could operate 2 to 3 runways at a time. Okay, receive it. Clear it now. All right, so 139. This is Toga. Up for... Let's go ahead and insert it. We're not... Yeah, I'm not going to dispute much other than to put 143 for rotate. And yeah, we'll go with the way it's set up now. Again, we could go to my friend Black Box. His website has better... Wait, what am I doing it here for? Hang on, wrong screen. Stand by. Let me get the right screen up here. Anyway, Black Box is a flight streamer pilot. Just became, I think, 787 pilot here not too long ago. Flew Airbuses prior all over Europe. So if you go to his site, which I just did not do, it is... Stand by. I'll go ahead and give it to you. If you go to it, okay, go to this website that just came up in chat, type in the ICAO you're at, which is the 4-character identifier. Now, a lot of the US is not in there. Now, that could change being Mr. 787 now, or A350. Which one he just went up to, I don't remember. But anyway, he can now go long distance. So we may get more American airports. But what he has done on this site, he has graciously given us, he knows the formulas for the thrust reduction, acceleration, engine out. If you look on the McDo here on the screen, right above uplink takeoff data, TO data, he has these, I guess, formulas, and he's got them for you if you want to use them to make them even more accurate. Now, what they change, I have not a clue. I never see a change. Now, it could be stuff you'll see on the thrust and all, who knows. But yeah, he went through and did all of this. Hang on. Where's my takeoff? Is it 7,000? It is, okay. But anyway, these are updatable. Again, if you know the formulas, do them, you can do them. Otherwise, leave them default. They're not going to kill the plane. But I do it just to do it, because I really don't know if I'm really that much improving things or not. And that, folks, gets us complete. We're done with said McDo. Magoo, on the other hand, still trying to find his glasses. I know that one blew over a lot of people's heads. All right, so the current altimeter here in Denver, 34 minutes old. Let's check the meter real quick. Same thing, 3011, got those set. LS constraints, that is in case we lose an engine and need to come back to Denver. We can hook up the ILS runway 8. And then we go through VOR, ARC, set it for what you want. I'm going to keep it at 20 on this side. Now, duplicate what you did over here. However, the first officer is not required to follow the captain. He can be at 40 if he wants. He can be at 180 or 20 or whatever. But anyway, set them up the way you want. Then in the middle, what we're looking for is a dot on the speed, a dot on the heading, and then we'll set 23,000 until Mr. Center tells us exactly what he wants. Reason I said 23, if you were there for the departure brief, 23 is the initial altitude out of here. Again, subtract 4,000 from that. That's about roughly how far above the ground you are. Okay, and then we've got everything else set. Now, I want to check one other thing, and it's nothing I'm going to put website-wise. I'm checking Hoppy. I'm pretty sure we're not going to find this guy online. But, hey, I am going to do my due diligence. What is Denver Z? Okay, that is not helping. Okay. Let's go here. ZDV. So we'll start with K. Actually, we'll start with DEN. No. Okay, now we'll go to the Ks. What I'm doing is seeing if he's on the Hoppy system, which I'm almost positive he is not. All right, all the way to the bottom now. Whee! He is not. Okay, kind of figured he wouldn't be, but hey, it's a lot easier sometimes using the ACARs on board than communicating. But we still got to get on VATSIM. So, without further ado, here we go. Connecting AAL2771 Airbus A321 2771 connecting. I got a PDF. Oh, how about that? Even better. Squawk 2770. He knew I was coming. That's scary. Just kidding. All right, what do we got here? So it's saying, here, I'll bring it up so you all can read along since it's cleared off the screen that quickly. All right, so if you look up here, the blue text, this is basically a system out there where they pre-departure clear you. This would come in theoretically, I think, on the ACAR system, CP, DLC, something like that. And it saves the radio traffic. Big time. You'll see why here in a second. But if we read through ACARs, PDC, call sign, we know that, 2771. Equipment, that's us. Departing Denver, going to O'Hare via the MES 8 ZIRKL. You can read all that. Altitude 35,000. I had forgotten that. Thank you, sir. We got our squawk in 2770. See what I'm saying? It takes away a lot of radio traffic, especially on VATSIM when there's only one controller. This is really a godsend. So, remarks. Cleared MES 8 ZIRKL transition climb. Said, doesn't say the runway though. Climb via the SID 10 minutes after departure. Now you're starting to see. That's how a lot of clearances come out. Expect 35,000. Okay, so the SID says 23,000, 10 minutes after 35,000. Departure frequency 127.65. That's what we got ready. Expect 8. Contact him with ATIS for push. So you see how that works? Think how much radio traffic, and Denver is notorious to get busy, and think about that in LA. think of that over, well, I don't know how much they do this in Frankfurt and all. They actually do a good job, but they're good at bringing up a delivery real quick or another controller to take that away from center. So, but it just really helps when you're in high volume traffic areas, LA, Boston, Miami, Orlando. Getting that PDC out just saves a lot of airtime that somebody may be checking in, maybe going, hey, am I cleared to land? Because if you don't get it, you got to go around. So they say. Or you can hear the wrath of call the tower at no, you were not allowed to land without clearance from Clarence. You know, I would love to hear a controller once say that. Would you please contact the tower at this phone number, please? That would be, I would die laughing on that one. I already die laughing. Some of them are starting to pick up on some of my sarcastic humor. But it's kind of, that would be funny. All right. Well, we're ready to go. For the most part, let's make sure. Before we do, I'm going to get rid of the remaining vehicles. You can do that right here. All right, and then they'll disappear. Now, one thing with the A320s and the A319s, so the A319, 320, 321, and the NEOs, come back and make sure you click call. You may not transmit if you don't, just so you know. I make it a habit when I do hit my push to talk that I see COM1 up in that upper left-hand corner. Okay. Now, you all tell me, do you prefer seeing the VAT? I'm actually going to get rid of it because I think it echoes. But seeing XPilot up there more or not? All right, we need to first double check we're off external power. I see green. Let's come back down. Now, you can do this here, or where'd I go? There I am. External power here, and you could have done all of that right here from the EFB. I'm going to do it from here, and all I'm doing is getting rid of external power. All right, let's get ready for the push. Okay, we're on Unicom. That's why we hear nothing. Actually, I don't even know if there's a lot in here or not. Okay, departure is Oscar. I don't think I saw that here. Did we have separates? Oh, no, we didn't. Oh, we did, yeah. Well, I've got uniform over here, 43 minutes old. We'll go with Oscar and see what happens, and then I'll say, oh, yeah, I do have uniform too. All right, here we go. Buckle up, time to go. Okay, just verifying everything. Always verify. Denver Center, American 2771 at Charlie 34 stand with Oscar ready to push for runway 8.
American 2771 Denver Center, push approved to the first line.
Push approved to the first line for American 2771. The heck does that mean?
Denver Center, Sky 5444, we just went over the localizer correcting now for runway 15. Skies 5444, I'm sorry, say again?
We missed the localizer. We're correcting those guys. 5444.
Say 5444,
Purple line.
Roger.
I guess that's the first line. Okay. I guess we're getting ready to push. Let's close the main door.
Delta 2326 Heavy, Denver Center, hello. Skies 5444, wind 320 at 4, runway 15, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 15, thanks, Gus. 5444.
Here we go. Pushback approved.
Center Challenger 7, Quebec X-ray holding short of runway 35 right at Centennial.
7 Quebec X-ray, wind calm, runway 35 right, clear for takeoff, fly runway heading.
Clear for takeoff, runway 35 right, flight runway heading 7 Quebec X-ray.
United 514, contact Albuquerque Center on 132.8, good day.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
United 514, Denver.
Beautiful day here.
Tow connected and bypass been inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Pursuit change, proof United 5.60.
See ya. United 532, link map space, no further ATC frequency change, upload, good day.
See ya. Center Skies 5444, clear runway 15 at Alpha 6.
United 1378, taxi to the gate via Delta 5, Whiskey Bravo, Foxtrot.
6 Alpha. Alright, to the ramp, Delta 5, Whiskey Bravo for United 1378.
Yes, guys, 5444, taxi to the gate via Alpha, good day.
Taxi to the gate via Alpha, thanks, Gus. 5444.
Who else calling for taxi?
Not me.
Denver Center, Gingerbread 1 ready for push.
Okay, Tote 1, sir. November 900 Papa Bravo, Denver Center, good afternoon. And who is calling for a push?
GGB1. Set parking brake.
GGB1, push up road.
Thank you, sir.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
You're supposed to read back the clearance, sir.
Oh, these controllers crack me up. Oh, there's GGB1.
November 6 Alpha.
Number 6 Alpha, Denver.
Okay, let's start up.
Challenger 7 Quebec X-ray, radar contact, verify altitude.
Center say again for 7 Quebec X-ray.
7 Quebec X-ray, Denver Center, radar contact, verify the current altitude.
Current altitude 8,007 Quebec X-ray.
Always disconnected and VATSIM has been removed. Hand signal on the
7
left.
Quebec
We'll see
X-ray,
you next
climb and
time,
maintain
have a
flight
good
level
flight.
240, maintain present heading.
Maintain heading climb to flight level 2407 Quebec X-ray.
Zero Papa Bravo, that's upper report back.
All right, there's our pins. It's a great program here in X-Plane. It's free.
Okay, someone keep on pressing the mic. Zero Papa Bravo, that's a pro report back.
All right, so that's a great program, better pushback.
Delta 236,
If you're
leave
not
airspace
familiar with
frequency
it,
change
it's
for
a
good day.
free pushback program that doesn't just go back or forward or turn you. It can actually go where you're told to go. It's hard to explain when you're in these wide open places.
Radio loud and clear, sir.
But yeah, it is a really good program. And if I didn't mention, it's even got a really great price. It's free. All right, go ahead and get.
November, question Challenger 7, Quebec X-ray, proceed direct to Cheyenne.
Direct to Cheyenne 7 Quebec X-ray.
Okay, everything looks good. Okay, down here for okay, we're going to flaps 2. All right, let me make sure I'm doing this right. After start, engine mode normal, APU bleed off. Now we can turn the master off. Okay, NDs are set, flight director is max, and let's head down here. We're ready to taxi, almost. Let's get our trim set up. 04.
Do you copy?
November 6 Alpha, Denver Center, loud and clear, sir. How do you read me?
Okay, up a 04, we're ready to go. Final checks transponder. And flight controls is the only thing left to check. Do it from here. And Denver Center, American 2771's ready to taxi for runway 8.
American 2771, runway 8, taxi via Charlie Sierra, Mike.
Via Charlie Sierra Mike to runway 8, holding point for American 2771.
7 Quebec X-ray, can you proceed direct to signal? That's Charlie, India, Kilo, November, uniform.
Oh, I'm like, where
Charlie,
is...
India, Kilo, November uniform.
FM.
Stand by.
Okay, got what he wants me to do. Just verify him before we put him on.
Denver Center, Gingerbread 1, taxi 08.
Cube 1, runway 8, taxi via Mike.
Hey, Mike, hold short runway 8, is the red one.
0 Papa Bravo, thanks.
I love when we're rolling backwards.
Challenger 7 Quebec X-ray. Are you familiar with the RNAV approaches?
Yes, sir, I'm direct into Signal right now.
7 Quebec X-ray, thank you. And expect the RNAV runway 31 from Signal.
Expecting 3-1 from Signal, thank you.
Senator Dalton, can we step away for about 5 minutes?
I'm sorry, who is that?
$1.99.
That's approach, report back please.
Thanks.
One of these days, I'm going to start dabbling into sceneries, just not right now. GGB. Uno, I see him. All right, so CS is going to go there to Mike.
Challenger 7 Quebec X-ray, descent at pile discretion, maintain 8,000 feet. The shine altimeter 3012.
Descent at my discretion and maintain 8,000 at QNH 3012.
Center Southwest 1650, approach request.
For the 1650, go ahead, sir.
We get 3-4, ILS 3-4 left, the Ladora transition.
So the 1650, can you take 34 right?
Yeah, we can take 3-4 right, south 1650.
South the 1650, expect ILS runway 34 right from Eldora.
Alright, 3-4 right from Eldora, thanks, south 1650.
I think I know who's ahead of me now. All right, I've got my phone turned on, so. All right, so we're making our taxi final checks for takeoff. All right, we need to set the speed, auto brakes, test, and clear off.
Give 1 wind 070 at 9er or nav to tight, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Alright, tank, clear for takeoff, gingerbread 1.
Gingerbread. Oh, Lord have mercy. So we're going out to
American 1634, American 1534, Denver Center, Good afternoon, radar contact about 40 miles northwest of Maker View.
Right here, break 19, I'm sorry, 15, 13.
And Center American 2771 will be ready at runway 8.
American 2771, Denver Center, runway 8, line up and wait.
Lining up and waiting, runway 8, American 2771.
Challenger 7, Quebec X-ray, cross signal at or above 8000, cleared RNAV runway 31 approach.
Cross signal at or out above 8000, cleared to approach 31 Ernov.
Denver Center, Gingerbread 1 airborne, wheels up, off of 8 left, off of 8, climbing 6.5, I'll be able to sit for 37.
Gingerbread 1, thank you. Radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 370, unrestricted.
Unrestricted 370, thank you, Gingerbread 1. United 519 heavy, ready to push.
United 519 heavy, push back onto the first lane approved.
Pushback west lane approved, United 519 heavy.
American 2771, expect departure in 30 seconds.
Yeah, American 2771's ready to go in 30 seconds.
United 379, Alpha 26, ready to push.
Aircraft calling Denver Center, saying your call sign only.
United 379.
United 379, please set your squawk code and mode Charlie.
That's my bad, sorry.
American 2771, wind 070 at 9er, RNAV to tight, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to tight, cleared for takeoff, runway 8, American 2771.
Seven Quebec X-ray, wind 310 at 14, gusting 25, runway 31, clear to land.
Runway 31, clear to land, 7 Quebec X-ray.
United 379, spotted truck.
United 379, push approved.
80.
Push to 39, 379.
There's V1. Rotating. Positive rate.
$100, 99, right back.
Thank you. South 1650 at Eldora, cleared ILS 1, cushion 34, right approach.
Clear the ILS 34 right approach at Eldora, south of 1650. Denver Center, this is Lufthansa 3831, just letting you know that departure ATIS is not transmitting.
Okay, let me check one second.
And Center American 2771's airborne through 7,000.
American 2771, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 350 unrestricted.
Unrestricted to flight level 350, American 2771.
Wait, Denver departure rate is Papa is current. Please check if it is transmitting now.
All right, clearing up the flaps. Let's double check everything. Takeoff brief, we got that. We're set. And spoilers, disarm.
Denver Center, Gingerbread wanted a request.
Go ahead.
Yeah, can we step away about 10 minutes to check out the galley real quick?
Yeah, that's approach, sir. Report back, please.
Alright, we'll check back. Thanks, Gingerbread One.
American 1, you link my airspace, no further ATC frequency change, approach, good day.
Unicom, American 1, bye-bye.
All right, now we got to
Yeah,
make
519 Heavy, ready to exit.
The Challenger 7 Quebec X-ray taxi via Alpha to the General Aviation Parking, good day.
Via Alpha General Aviation Parking, thank you sir, good day.
United 519 Heavy, runway 8, taxi via Mike.
408 via Mike, United 519 Heavy.
Denver Center, Lufthansa 3831. Could we get the ATIS over PVC? I can't seem to pick it up at all.
Alright, stand by.
Yeah, there's nothing transmitting on 3402.
Yeah, there's nothing transmitting.
Denver Center, good afternoon, Speedbird 2 Whiskey Mike, flight level 380, next waypoint is Romeo Alpha Papa.
Roger.
Denver United 379, ready to taxi with information pop.
United 379, runway 25, taxi via Golf.
25 years old, United 3.
Denver Center, November 6 Alpha, ready to pick up our clearance to Denver and unable to pick up the ATIS at Aspen.
Okay, I'm not sure if this could be a global issue. Let me check with the neighbor Artex. But right now I can give you the weather. The weather at Aspen is 320 at 4, altimeter 3027. Stand by for the clearance. And number 6 Alpha, can you check now the information Charlie is current?
We'll go standby, number 6 Alpha. Just to confirm the frequency that I'm showing for Aspen 120.4.
That's affirmative, that's right.
Lumo
Yes, sir, it is
1995
not transmitting right now.
just
Silent frequency.
subscribed with Prime. Awesome, sir. Thank you so much. We sure appreciate the subscription. Thank you. I hope you're
Right,
enjoying.
number 6 Alpha, you're clear to Denver. We have lanes 1 departure.
Welcome
Lanes 10 as
in with
5.
your
Climb maintain 1 4000
Twitch
cleared.
Prime
Departure
subscription.
this frequency, squawk
Thank you, sir.
4352. 4352.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. Been loving the content. Love hearing that. I'm kind of letting everyone chat here. It's kind of tough to talk over them. But thank you for the subscription.
Number 6 Alpha, the initial climb is 16,000.
16,000 on the clearance, November 6 Alpha.
Number 6 Alpha, read back correct, runway 33 for departure. Call for a taxi. The Aspen altimeter is 3027.
3027. I'm going to need a couple more minutes and I'll call you back for taxi, November 6 Alpha.
Roger.
All right. Had that sinking feeling I forgot to start ACARS. I did not. I did start it. And that was because of how late I'm getting with the lights. Okay, we just hit 18,000, which if you're unfamiliar with U.S. rules, you can guarantee in the United States 18,000 is transition level.
At Denver International. With Papa, we'd like to pick up IFR to LAX.
Hang on a second. There's something we can do.
Hello, Lufthansa 3831. I do not have your flight plan, sir. Could you please verify it?
You can see I can turn it down and up right here. Okay, but anyway,
Denver, good afternoon, United. 2002 Bravo 29 for a pushback.
it's just really busy here.
Aircraft calling for a pushback. Is that United 2002?
Affirm.
2002 pushback on the grading approach.
Pushback approved, United 2032.
All right, what I was getting at, the transition level, pretty much in North America.
United 379.
Not 100%, but pretty, but a fair, you can pretty well get it.
Foams, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
18,000 is transition. Now, Mexico gets a little, there's some areas where they may not be, and Central America and the Caribbean, obviously. But U.S., you can guarantee will be 18,000. And Canada as well. So.
17, runway 34 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 34 right, Southwest 1650.
All right, and as this tub...
Denver Center, Avanti, November 1952, ready to taxi with Charlie.
Boy, these Airbus 321s just don't want to climb.
November 1952, runway 25, taxi via Golf.
Maybe by the time we get to O'Hare, it'll be up to altitude.
I taxi to 25 via Golf, 952.
Denver, November 6 Alpha, we're Atlantic Aviation and Aspen, ready to taxi.
Number 6 Alpha, runway 33, runway 33, taxi via Alpha.
33 via Alpha, November 6 Alpha.
Getting confusing. All right, I'll be right back, folks.
Denver Center, good morning. United 384 Heavy on the ground at Denver. 8 Alpha 31, information Quebec and ready for push and start.
United 384, 3 Denver Center, push back to the line approach.
Straight back to the first line, United 384 Heavy.
All right, we're back. We had to
United
open a window in the studio
heavy,
here.
Wind 020 at 13,
It's already 76 degrees.
RNAV to tight, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Welcome to the Colorado Plains.
Takeoff, United 51980.
And I can already hear some going who didn't know it was flat. Oh yeah, half the state is flat, half the state is bumpy. And I learned that the hard way once in the truck. No, not really the hard way. It didn't hurt me like the Florida trip did when I completely underestimated that one. What I thought was when you came out of St. Louis on I-70, it went to Denver, and then I could get up over the mountains to Salt Lake. Oh no, you go over, I think it's Lawton. You guys in Colorado can, tear me apart. That's fine. But anyway, from there, it's another like 100, 120 miles to Denver.
Denver, sir, Lufthansa 3831,
Going
we refiled.
north. Yeah, you cut up. I'm like, I did not see that on the map for some strange reason. I guess my mind saw US 36. And that's a straight line to Denver. So, yeah, needless to say,
3831, thank you. Clear to LA.
I was getting tired anyway at that point. I just went ahead and parked it right after the scale and got some sleep before Salt Lake. Beautiful run. Love that run. Just one of those that I'm like, huh, never knew that. A lot of those in the truck. And now, if I was to go out today, I can't even imagine the changes 20 years later.
Transition, climb via SID and stay on this frequency, and squawk 5135 for Lufthansa 3831.
Lufthansa 3831, read back is correct. Call for a pushback.
We'll call for push and start, Lufthansa 3831.
All right, now if you were at the beginning, you noticed I said why the PDC is important. Did you see how much that ate up?
At 519,
The PDC takes care of that. However, they are usually respective of the plane you're in, and if you don't have a code...
United 379, contact verify anti-passing. Okay, I think I blocked someone. United 379, radar contact, verify altitude passing. United 379, climb and maintain flight level 340 unrestricted.
I wish I could go unrestricted to flight level 350. Sorry, we're not a Thunderbird. We're not even a plane, I think, in an A321. Oh my gosh, it's just like a slug.
Runway 33 is clear to take off.
Even with the Neos, it's not much better.
Denver Center, good morning, Southwest
But that's
482,
okay. We're having
feedback,
fun.
Charlie 1,
We're here
push.
for the flight to O'Hare. And
Southwest 482.
let's go ahead and put that in here. Click.
Push straight back approved.
Oh, I want to check something. Hang on.
Push straight back approved. This is Southwest 42.
United
Well, that looks
3914,
right.
leaving airspace frequency checked approved today.
That was blocked.
Oh, United 3914, leaving my airspace frequency change approved today.
Yeah, I just don't know what's going on here with Elevatech.
Denver United 2002 at Denver for taxi 34 left negative.
United 2002, runway 34 left, taxi via Golf, Whiskey Alpha, Denver altimeter 3012.
34 left via Golf, Whiskey Alpha, 3012 for United 2002.
Let me try something. You know what?
Denver Center, good afternoon. United 1013.
That wasn't a problem.
Bravo 18 with Quebec request pushback.
It's just amazing. It was working great yesterday, or Wednesday.
It's United 1013.
United 1013, okay, check if you are squawking the right code or squawk the right code and mode Charlie, please.
ZIRKL, United 1013. information, Quebec, ready for taxi.
All right, well, let's
384
continue
heavy,
on. We got a great day going here, a new
clear for runway 25,
subscriber.
correct?
Just a great day. We're behind
Correct, we're cleared for runway
Gingerbread
25.
1.
Unit 384 heavy, runway 25, taxi via
And
golf.
we are on our way.
Runway 25 via Golf, United 384 Heavy.
Denver Center, Lufthansa 3831, ready for mission start.
Lufthansa 3831 heavy, pushback to the first lane approved.
Retractor first line approved, Lufthansa 3831.
Denver Center, United 1013, verify the squawk is now set.
Unit 1013, you are squawking the right code now, thank you. Pushback onto the first lane approved.
Pushback to first line, United 1013.
I assume that's where I went, but I'm starting to wonder what the first line is.
Center, Havana, November 1952, ready for departure 25.
November 1952, wind 020 at 13, gusting 17.
He's doing a good job.
RNAV to Burkham, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
On after Bergen, clear for takeoff 25, 9052.
7 on the ground and double that probably in flight.
Right at Foxtrot 9er, looking for Charlie Gate.
Doing a really good job there in Denver.
Southwest 1650, taxi via Foxtrot, Charlie, November to the gate, good day.
Foxtrot, Charlie November, is up 1650.
All right, well, we're on our way. We've got, well, hang on. I just wanted to check. Let me pull that overlay away. I can read that better. We've got about an hour and a half to go to O'Hare. For those with us and want to stay with us, we'll be continuing after O'Hare here on Twitch, and the YouTube viewers that will see this video will continue to LaGuardia. Our hope is the expressway visual arrival. Now, that arrival, I believe, is now called the park or park visual. They seem to mirror each other. So we'll see. Winds may be totally inappropriate for it, but we're heading for it. So, and we may hang out in the east there for a little, head shorts, and be able to pop in there if we do get a good wind day out of nowhere. Surprise! So, but I'm glad y'all are aboard. Thank you. And I'm just going to continue on, let ATC do the job.
Denver traffic's Denver information, departure information, Quebec, and arrival information, Delta is current. United 2002, if you have some time, could you check if the ADS is working now?
Yeah, I'll check for you. Give me just a second. Yeah, ADS is working now. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
And United 2002 will be ready at 34 left.
Delta 708, Denver Center, good afternoon. United 2002, wind 020 at 13, gust 17, RNAV to Enketa, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Enketa, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff, United 2002.
November 1952, radar contact, verify altitude passing.
5,400.
1952, I'm sorry, say again.
5,700.
Number 1952, okay, you must be setting the altimeter incorrectly. The Denver altimeter 3012 and verify altitude passing. $8,700. Number 1952, thank you. Climb and maintain flight level 320 unrestricted.
Alright, 320, 9052.
Okay. They are just, oh my gosh.
Aircraft calling, you are completely static. Please check if you have a muted microphone.
I'm going to mute mine for a second.
No, still static. Break. Emirates 37 Victor, leaving my airspace, frequency change upward. Good day.
Frequency change approved, Emirates 37 Victor, see you.
Delta 1015, contact LA Center on 126.525. Good day.
With the Center 126 minute 525 10. Thank you.
$99, you back?
No, yeah, we're back.
$99, contact LA Center on 126.525. Good day.
Alright, 2652, $99. Have a good night, great job today.
Thank you.
San Jose United 1013, ready to taxi.
United 1013, runway 25, taxi via Golf.
25, taxi via Golf, United 1013.
United 384 heavy, RNAV to forms, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to phones, runway 25 clear for takeoff, United 384 heavy.
United 2002, radar contact, verify altitude passing.
8000, climb via the Darth 1 for United 2002.
United 2002, climb and maintain flight level 360 unrestricted.
Level 360, unrestricted, United 2002.
Denver, Southwest 1539 at Charlie 66 to push.
Southwest 1539, Denver Center, push back onto the first lane approved.
I push straight back, Southwest 1539.
Southwest 482, wind 020 at 13, gusting 17, RNAV to forms, RNAV to Royal, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Royal, clear for takeoff, runway 8, Southwest 482.
All right, I'm back. I've just been working behind the scene a little bit here. Just getting some things lined up. All right, let me get some music going here, since we do have a little bit long trip here. We got about an hour and 20 minutes or so,
Denver
here
Center,
we go.
Lufthansa 3831, ready for taxi.
Lufthansa 3831 heavy, runway 3831, runway 25, taxi via Golf.
25 via Golf for Lufthansa 3831.
November 900 Papa Bravo Denver. Zero Papa Bravo, descend via Ski 3 arrival, Denver landing north, altimeter 3012. Zero Papa Bravo, descend via the Ski 3 arrival, Denver landing north, altimeter 3012. Number Zero Papa Bravo, confirm you are going to descend via the Ski 3 arrival.
Yeah, Roger, we're going to start, we're starting our descent time now.
Okay.
Center United 384 heavy is airborne, passing 8,700 on the SID.
But 384 Heavy, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 340 unrestricted.
Up to flight level 340 unrestricted, United 384 Heavy.
Southwest 482 Heavy, radar contact, verify altitude passing.
Southwest 482 coming through 7,900.
Southwest 482 Heavy, climb and maintain flight level 350 unrestricted.
Maintain 350 unrestricted, Southwest 482.
United 1013, wind 020 at 13, gusting 17, RNAV to Burkup, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Brooklyn, runway 25, clear for takeoff, United 1013.
November 6 Alpha Denver.
United 2002, any chance for director for Cherokee?
All right, and if y'all are not reading the title, no biggie. Today's stream, Denver to O'Hare to LaGuardia. And again, we're trying for the expressway visual. Not sure we'll get it, but that's what we're shooting for. We may even come offline and shoot it that way. I don't know. We'll see as we get first to O'Hare. Let's get the first part done. Flight 1 is to O'Hare, which stands an hour and 15 minutes out. From there, we'll head over towards La Garbage, the La Garbage can, as they like to call it, or at least friends of mine call it. So, anyway, LaGuardia. New York City, you know, where they're the home of, what is that, guacamole or whatever, quesadilla mix, who knows? I don't eat that stuff, so I don't know. I just love the commercial. New York City.
Good afternoon, Delta 6249, with you at flight level 400, 15 miles away from Mike, Charlie Kilo.
Oh, I hate when they get on top of each other.
Denver Center, good afternoon. Radar contact position as reported. Break, and who is the other traffic calling?
November 6 Alpha, we're at flight level 240, just checking in if you'd like us to descend via the Ski 3.
November 6 Alpha, yeah, it seems like you disconnected and reconnected. Descend on the Ski 3 arrival, Denver landing north, altimeter 3012.
Alright, descend via the Ski 3 3012 on the altimeter setting, November 6 Alpha.
I am gonna try to listen in more to U.S. Controllers. I don't think they
Number 6 Alpha, you go to GRM.
stress the readbacks like those in Europe do. The Europeans, man, when you fly over there, boy, you have to read back everything. Like, oh my gosh, I need a stenographer with me.
6 Alpha, expect ILS 35 left.
So, but that would, you know, if you have not watched the videos from Wednesday, they would be easy to find, other than the first two videos to come up. Prague, LKPR to LOWS, and then LOWS to LOWW. Fantastic. And I was a little nervous coming in and not knowing I came into an event in Prague, and they were phenomenal and just amazing, and they worked me through some of that yank work. So
38, 31 heavy, wind 0,
but it was fantastic. So if you get a chance, it was fun. We didn't get to see what we wanted to see via bar, but we got the drone over to it though and took a look at it. Or as I'll call it a drone. Command C or Control C will basically give you a lot more running around to see what you want to see.
Mission check 2-1 Tango, Denver, good afternoon.
Is it Control C or just C? Oh, now I've got to... I think it might just be C key, Charlie key. So those out there that know better, hey, fill us in Also, we're going to be, there will be an MD-11 flight again here shortly. Some information came to me yesterday on our flight for FedEx from Costa Rica to Fort Lauderdale
your link has space
that I want to try.
change upload today.
What do you need confidential service, Gingerbread 1?
American 2771, you're about to leave airspace frequency change upload today.
Over to Unicom, American 2771. Great job. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, we're clear. We're free. Hallelujah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I know who's leading the bunch here, and I'm gonna verify now. It's who I thought it was. I was just getting ready to check in on over there, but welcome aboard, Mr. Duluth Fly. Is the airspace clear and comfortable for my passengers ahead of us? Never. I figured you were bird dogging for us, like the second E4 for the president does, making sure he gets the nice smooth route and they get the crap beat out of them on their route. I should say the backup Air Force One. Anyway, nice to have you up here. Took me a little bit to figure out who in the world is Gingerbread One, and then it dawned on me. Yep. Well, good to see you in the air. Clear us away into O'Hare, if you would, please. Because we are definitely dragging our feet back here. I am going to check my flight plan. Hang on a second. Let me get into the details of it here on Simba Brief. See what they're calling. Boy, is that nice. Wow. Feels like warm air coming through my window. Wow. Ah, feels really good. All right, we're to be doing... Yeah, we're cruising where they told us to be. All right, well, we'll just have to suffer at 7.6. I was going to bump us up, but... All right, well, enjoy the music. We're going to step away momentarily, but we'll be right back. Need to use the lav. All right, I'm back now. I'm going to just get a METAR for where I live. Kind of checking a couple things. Okay, that's about right. And 22 for the temperature here. Temps to plummet. I love this little snippet I get on my toolbar on my computer. Temps to plummet. Tape it 10. Wow. It is just feeling so nice outside. Just unbelievable. And it's hard to believe that tomorrow we'll be back. We're going to get a correction back into the 40s and 50s. But, you know, that's the volatility that comes as you get close to spring and in spring. So, wow. All right, I am going to check something. All right, just checking that I didn't miss any phone calls. All right, so I hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday. The weekend's here. Many of us will enjoy a great weekend. Next week, I know St. Louis is talking some rain, so we'll kind of see how that plays out here. But boy, is it just outright beautiful, and just a beautiful day here. So take them when you get them. All right, we are well on our way, getting to be just about due south of Omaha, and working our way over. Got about an hour to go, and we'll be on the ground in O'Hare, getting ready to quick turn out to the garbage can. So LaGuardia, for those unfamiliar with that term. But I hope you all have enjoyed. It was a great departure out of Denver. Great job the controller did. Really good job. Now we're headed for O'Hare. I'm just fast forwarding out there. Looks like JFK has at this time a tower. We'll see, because when we get going out of... Oh, and by the way, rumor, and I think it's pretty good rumor, tonight's Friday Night Ops is Denver. So those of you that get into that, I believe it's in Denver. So I hope y'all take advantage of it. Not sure if I'm going to venture that way, but I do potentially have... yesterday I had 2 flights in mind, none of which ever happened. So we may try something tonight. I don't know. We'll see how we come off this last leg, and then decide from there. So we may go for a 3-flight day. So, but again, please don't hold me to that here on Twitch. Let's see how this second 2-hour flight goes. But we are on our way. I'm just going to kind of scan through. And by the way, if you were an flying X plane and didn't know, shame on you, you should know. But X plane is now in 1.4 full release, meaning what that actually means is no more betas for 1.4. So everything, the big things a couple of us out there were hoping for, maybe 1.5? Don't know. Or no, I'm sorry, correction. That is it for X-Plane 1.1. Not just 1.4, so we're looking for 1.5. No, that's it. That's the end of 0.1. Now we're going to have X-Plane 12.2 as our next series of betas and complement release clients coming up when that comes along. So maybe then we'll get the radars. And that could have been what the plan was all along, and some of us kind of got a little overzealous. I don't know. I was hoping 1.4 or 5 would be it. There is no 1.5. It's going to be 2.0. So looking forward to it. But that is a bummer, nonetheless. All right, real quick here. What's Elevatech saying? Oh, A350. You know, I know these guys are going to be flying in-builds, but I had to show up in Flight Factor. No, I won't do it. Hey, it's a 350. No, I won't be doing that. I actually have something else planned, but let's see where everyone else is going. All right, so here's a little bit about tonight. They're calling it Blucifer. Okay. Still not going to fly to it. Come take on the late winter weather stampede into Denver in late February. Friday night starts 23:59, which is let's just call it 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock tonight. And again, so it's a thing out there, I guess. Lucifer guards the eastern plains outside of Denver, watches over travelers going through Denver. They need a lot of help. No, through Denver International daily, and come late winter, the stampede to Denver. So people need a lot of help through Denver. Can't say I've never been, so I shouldn't really say that. But anyway, that's what's up with that. Like I said, I'm just kind of going through the Discord feeds to find out what's going on. All right, so yeah, a lot going on right now in the VATSIM world. Of course, mostly on the other side of the Atlantic, but soon to be over here. Again, Denver tonight's Friday Night Ops. Check it out if you're into online flying. I highly recommend it. Yeah, there's a few controllers a little overzealous. You know, there are those kinds of people all over the place. So, but for the most part, like I said, that gentleman there tonight or today, phenomenal job. One man handling 20 to 40 different aircraft, different flights. Great job. And hope he's ready for what's coming tonight. We, on the other hand, are pushing for O'Hare, which is about we start the arrival in about 150 miles at Kirksville, IRK. So, hey, who said we could have clouds here? It's clear here. Somewhere there has to be clouds. Oh, I forgot to mention. Doggone it. I follow a couple of severe weather Facebook pages, severe thunderstorm type weather events, and there was an interesting storm. I want to say the 25th, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. But it could have been a tornado touchdown, and this is not unusual. However, how early it is South Dakota, I believe Watertown. But again, my mind when I hear Watertown thinks of Connecticut, thinks of other places, Iowa, but not one in South Dakota. But again, doesn't mean that's not true. Their first ever tornado in February. Mind you, 2 or 3 days earlier, they were at or just slightly above zero. Wow. What are we in store for this year with tornadoes? But yeah, it was, I believe, the 25th, but Watertown, South Dakota had a severe supercell thunderstorm produce a tornado. So normally the tornadoes are in the southeast, and come March they begin shifting to the west, where the concentration is usually found in the infamous Tornado Alley. So anyway, thought I'd pass that along for those who follow the weather. And I think there might have been one up in Canada too. But that one, I may just be blending a lot of things, because the problem I hate with Facebook is they allow past posts, meaning you have to pay very close attention to how long ago that actually happened. And sometimes it's not even there. And it happened months or years earlier. And that part really irks me about Facebook. They're not supposed to, but yet they allow it. They allow whatever they think's fine. Oh, my nose. That, and I think the allergy season has begun in earnest. All right, well, enjoy the music, and as we set up this nice chill into Chicago. And it is starting to heat up a little bit there. We'll see how it goes as we progress in. Whew, that wind. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring in charts. Let you all see what we have ahead of us. Kirksville's right here, IRK, and then we start the arrival. However, here is the real world ATIS. Now, Navcraft Charts hooks up with the real world ATISs only in the US and territories of the US that are on what's called digital ATIS. You'll see it on your chart as D-ATIS. Okay, so you can go to Navcraft Charts and get exactly what's being broadcast. In this case, started 5 minutes ago at O'Hare. And this one has both arrival departure. Some, and I'm shocked O'Hare doesn't, has one frequency for arrivals, one frequency for departures. That's why I'm really shocked. Second or third busiest airport in the world doesn't do this. However, look at the winds. 260 at 19, gusting to 38. Ooh. Yeah, 28's where I'm headed. Hang on, I'm going to put that in the chat for those who may not hear it. So that way people can see we are in for a fun arrival. Fun, fun, fun till Daddy took the T-Bird away. The other big thing here again, ILS 28 center and visuals to 27 center. So basically either side of the terminal. We've got approaches set up, departures, 2-2s and 2-8s. Ooh, 2-2. What a crab as soon as you get airborne. Wow. With this wind. There was a place, I've said this many a times, when I drove semis, I would bring, I think it was steel in, but whatever. It was like major road in front of the building, train yard, O'Hare, and it was right off 22 right, and runway 4 left. Is that right? Did I get them right? Reverse that. 22 left, 4 right. Yeah, anyway, they flew right over us. Majority of the aircraft seemed to come that way. It was so cool. This would be a fun day to be at that plant, watching them come off and go into that pretty steep, what we call a crab. It's where you kick the airplane so that you fly. Okay, hypothetically, I don't know the exact runway heading here. We'll just say 220 for 22 left. Okay, so in order to fly that and stay with the center line, well, that wind would be pushing. Even these big planes get pushed. Once you're off the ground, you're just like a sail. All right, so they're going to get pushed. So they'll crab it with the rudder to maintain that angle, get the right, get it set up so they can track the heading. Because you don't want, let's just say it's the other side. You don't want to go into a parallel over there. You could hit airplanes. So that's why they got to be real careful to try to get that airplane into that crab, as we call it. And then that's how you, well, for instance, take a look. Well, you can kind of see it, but not much. A lot of times you can see it up here with the way it looks with the contrails. The contrails will be like that, and the plane will be either way of them. So, anyway, it would be a fun day there. All right. Hang on, I'm just gonna make it quiet. So, fun wind day coming in. Now on the ILS, the cool thing is if you're going to auto land, the airplane's doing it all for you through the computer. However, you, the pilot, have to pay attention. So, we're going to take over at some point, and we're going to be working the airplane with this wind, and we'll see how it works out. So, pretty interesting arrival coming. Do we have any land and hold shorts? No. All right. Now, if we were in Europe, obviously the other big thing we look for is transition level. Here it's 18,000. All right, today coming in Binky 6. Here's Kirksville, Lomi, Keokuk. Neat little town, by the way. Drams and Riley. Now, I think if I remember right, Drams is going to be about where we start our descent, unless O'Hare tells us otherwise. But we need to be above 24 at Riley, above 22 at Bedford, above 20,000, but below 23 at Bylaw. Binky at 12,000. And then from here, approach would work you in to the altitude to be at for your arrival. Okay, and we'll continue in as you see Ashton, Pita, Giorgio, Monks, and Tony. At Tony, we'll turn in. We are set up as Hazel, so we've got a good, 45 degrees, so we can get a good lie onto the localizer. By the way, the localizer 108.95, final approach course 273. ZIRKL, which is 7 miles out, we need to be at 2300 MSL. And for our minimums, we'll be looking for at least 200 feet above the ground for clouds, which translates to 851 feet on the MSL side. Okay, there's all the frequencies we could encounter. Now, O'Hare, I right now off the top of my mind think 126.9, but we'll find out here in a second. I'm going to look it up. Okay, so again, Hazel to Sika, and then right in on 28 Center. Descent planning 4,000 by Hazel, 2,300, and so forth down. I think we're going to be at around 130 for our ground speed coming in. Maybe a little faster, maybe a little slower. So let's plan the clock to be 2 minutes 9 seconds from Sika. At 2 minutes 9 seconds, if we don't see the runway, boom, we go around. But according to that ATIS, 10-mile visibility, lowest clouds are at 15,000 right now. Good bet we'll see that runway. Good bet, but never know. And you know, you may get an errant Challenger to get in front of you, and you have to go around anyway. Or, anyway, great job that Southwest pilot did. Horrible job that Challenger pilot did. I don't even know what's going to happen to them. To me, if I'm confused like that, I just hit the brakes and go, what the heck did you say? And you've heard me kind of do that here a couple times. So, trying to figure out what they're wanting me to do. I got in trouble once up in Manchester, UK, because I went past where he told me to hold. And I didn't even see it on the charts. That's where I've learned. I'm going to ask before I do. And if it holds up traffic, it holds up traffic. So here we go. Minimums again, 200 feet. And we need at least 18 on the RVR, which there is no reported RVR today. And more than a half-mile visibility. So we're looking good. Everything's in place. Oh, thank you, Mr. Duluth. Yeah, I know we can get it over here. I always forget how. I always forget, but thank you, sir. We appreciate that. There's the ATIS for y'all if y'all didn't see it. You may not be able to read it. I get it. The screen just may be either fuzzy or who knows. Not going to go. There's a lot of places I could have gone with that, and I'm going to leave it at fuzzy. All right, we're coming into Kirksville. Somewhere between Kirksville and up the line is Duluth in Gingerbread 1. GG's ahead of us. Now, let me show one more neat thing here, a couple neat things. Even though we don't have any weather around us with this program, it's extra on a subscription. If you try to keep your FMCs up to date like I do, I like them up to date, my charts up to date. That's what VATSIM is screaming at us now to do. Many people just can't afford it. I get it. If you're in the US, you have no excuse. You have up-to-date charts on SkyVector, and they're free. Everywhere else in the world, it gets a little tough to find them free. Personally, if you're going to get on us that bad, VATSIM, you ought to make them provide them for free. But I get it. I have no idea what these charts cost, so I just pay a little extra on my subscription for my FMC updates, and I get up-to-date charts. I've had one airport that I know had instrument approaches. They weren't in there. All right, so we're coming over Kirksville, as you can see. I can click on the multi-airplanes here, turn it on, turn it, there they are. There's Duluth and everyone else nearby. Hang on, I'll get rid of, oh, not that one. And I'll kind of pop out. Now, if ATC was up, you saw on there, you have that ability to turn it on. for what traffic and what ATC. That's one of the many overlays we now have. This we knew was coming for quite a while, just took a while. But the other great one is I can turn the weather on, and if there was weather nearby, we'd see it. We got some clouds that are reported up here, maybe some light rain, I doubt it, but who knows. But you can see at least the traffic around us and the weather at 5. So, and then you just turn it on. I keep it off. It, to me, I've got other programs for that, so. But it's nice that I could, if I needed to, in a snap, turn it on. For instance, on the ground. So, all right, let's get charts out of here. And we got to get ready because they're going to want numbers. We are perf 102 miles out, so let's go ahead, head over here. And again, I've had the map running. We've got pretty decent frame rates, 55, 54. They could go down when we get to Chicago. Could, may not. But let's go to landing. Here's the METAR they're working with, and I'm going to do a quick check. 1851, cool, we're up to date, 18 minutes old. All right, so that's cool. This is the actual information from that, so I don't have to touch it. Wow, 29.43. Hang on, Sound of Freedom flying over. All right, there we go. So yeah, we've got very low pressures right now. I didn't know this system coming in was like that. I'll have to go check some weather maps. All right, so we can kind of run some scenarios here real quick. Let's see where low brakes will get us to. Come on. Oh, let's just run low. Look at that. We're only going to go 5,000 feet down the runway. And looking at the airport chart, that'll get us to about November 2, November 1. Worst case scenario, the land and hold. Why are we landing and hold short there? Huh. There's no runways anymore. Don't know. Anyway, we're supposed to land and hold short after Delta Delta. So we may come off at November 1, November 2. May have to go down November all the way to Delta Delta to come back. Delta Delta Delta. I knew someone was going to chime in if I didn't. All right, so with this information, let's go to the next phase. Next phase, QNH is 29. Now, if you're going this route, put the dot in 43. If you're going, what the heck is 2943? Hang on, I'll give you the counterpart. If you're using HEPA, HPA 996, no, that would be the delineation. That's just telling it what you're using. Okay, temperature is 13, which, by the way, in Chicagoland, that translates to 55 degrees. That's a fantastic day. And it's windy, so what did you expect? But if you come down to St. Louis, it's windy here too. And we said 200. All right, so we are set up. Our approach speed will be 143. We're aiming for 137 VLS. And approach off by 1, so I'll probably set 145 just to be safe. We don't get a landing speed here. Now, do not, so we'll go back to prof. Do not activate approach phase yet. Wait till you take over speed or you slow down to the slowest speed there, F speed. And you're going to have to take over speed early. All right, see if I can make November 2. Oh, if I can make no, let me get my chart. Parking gates. Here's H12. Oh, okay, cool. Right off Alpha 10. Okay. Okay, we're headed to Keokuk. There's our top of descent, the hockey stick here. And here we go. All right, let's set up 12,000, I think, is our first. Yeah, 12,000. And let's get about 20 more miles, and then we'll set it and get ready. But we are very close. I hope y'all are ready. Got about 20 minutes till we're there, and hope you've enjoyed the flight. It's been a fun one. Hopefully we'll try to make it as enjoyable over to New York City. New York City? Boy, we do have a lot of clouds up here. This must be that front that's going to drop temperatures down here. All right, we'll go ahead, back off the music right now, and get ready. For our arrival. Somebody please get the red carpet out at Hotel 12. That's where we plan to park. I'm arriving. I'm a DV. A dang visitor. Come on. All right. Now we're about 40 miles out. Let me get in here, take a look at all right, so we've got our vertical set. Okay, that's decent. Preps. ATIS we got thanks to Duluth. Perf is set, DH is set, star is set, landing elevation, and auto ATC has come on to tell me I have to do, I don't want to cross Riley at 24,000. I'm going to continue to 12. Let's see, and monitor top of descent. We're going to do one more thing with our McDo's. Let's go here, access, request, update our winds, and there we go. Right, at about 10 to 20 miles, I'll begin our descent. Shampoo flyer in a heavy 777. Okay. Don't get slow, please. I can't guarantee that with an A321. You might as well just fly over and go ahead. We'll take the wake turbulence. All right, we'll go ahead, start down now. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm really not a huge fan of auto ATC. And most of the time, like this one is right, but then it leaves you. And people will be hung at 24,000 trying to get down for the airport. And that's why I don't like it. People need to have the charts so they know how to do the approach. Or that most of these charts tell you what to do. Yeah, earlier today I looked up talking about this low barometric pressure up here. I looked up it there and I thought it was broke. Not because of how low it was, but yesterday I tweaked it to get it correct. And I thought it hadn't been moving, and now it's like moved, like it's been dropping steadily since about 10 o'clock today. And it's like dropped significantly. So no wonder my head was starting to hurt. My sinuses were getting to me. All right, we're crossed into O'Hare traffic, or Chicago Center. Chicago Center, here we come. It's pollen time again, sadly. Yes, it is. For me, it never stopped. All right, we are in our descent. We're going to monitor it. Constraints, let's do this. Yeah, we'll just leave it all set up. Okay. Auto brake, we determined we want low. And approach briefing completed. Descent, we're monitoring about 25,000 feet. We'll tell them to get in their seats unless it starts getting bumpy in these clouds. But welcome in, Shampoo Flyer. Thank you for joining us today. Even if it is with that other airline. No. Actually, the group I'm flying with here that has virtual American, yeah, has a United Airlines. We are flying out of Denver. So was I. What do you expect? I flew American out of there. But no, they actually do have a United Airlines group. So I'm just not a whole bunch fond of United, although I've never flown on them. So, but just not fond of them for some reason. Although they had 747s longer than just about anyone else in the country. Flown once into and wasn't good, wasn't bad into Denver. You know, to each flight is, you know, unique. I hear a lot of people rave an airline, and then I'll get on and say, this airline sucked. And they'll just say, it couldn't have. Well, it was. Okay, so it was Allegiant. Okay, no. Just kidding. Actually, Allegiant for me has been really great. But I know some people that would tell me where to where that thought should go. So connecting through Denver is really nice. Okay. Never been, so I can't speak of it at all. Only been in Denver one time, and that was 55 mile an hour getting through it up to Fort Collins and over to Laramie to get to Salt Lake City. All right, looks like we're not getting tossed about like usual in these clouds. Again, X-Plane users, we are in, and why it says X-Plane 1.4, X-Plane 12.1.4, the final release for the 1.x's just ended. So the next release will be 2.x. It'll be 2.1, obviously, or maybe 2.0. I don't know what they're going to use, but the livery on his aircraft says Denver Air Connect. Huh? Is that an X-Plane 777 or that other side? To be honest, I can't remember what Flight Factor released. Which hence to say, I never got it. I already am. But I'm so glad Auto ATC was on top of that and told me to descend via the Binky 6. Oh boy. The prop Embraer. Oh, okay. As you can tell, I really don't follow United and United feeder airlines. Embraer 120. Ooh, the Brasilia. That's a neat plane, the Brasilia, by the way. Boy, the Air Force is taking full advantage of this beautiful weather day and windy to get their pilots up to snuff. Might be I wonder if it's a guard weekend. Or I should say guard reserve. Though you will never catch me on one of those. That's why they call them puddle jumpers. They jump puddles and they jump in the air. But you know, my dad flew Dash 8s for Allegheny, which is a feeder for U.S. Airways. big long story with U.S. Airways as well, how that all came to be. But anyway, yeah, he flew them all the time. We flew one flight with him. I flew one flight, my wife, with his airline. Let me rephrase that. Hope to gosh he wasn't up in the cockpit. But no, it was an okay flight except for the fact it was the middle of summer and the air condition and the packs were not working. The air packs, which gives you your heat, your cool in the cabin. Oh my gosh, was that unbearable! And it was one of their more long flights that they had, Pittsburgh to Harrisburg. Oh, 13,000 feet. Oh my gosh. And nothing, I mean, that can happen. Well, it won't happen in an airliner because they got to have certain requirements. I think that's not on the MEL list to go. So that's on the MEL list to get fixed. Oh, that was just miserable. And then you get off onto a hot tarmac to get into the terminal. It was this. Oh, they don't have it. Well, that version of the Dash 8, no APUs. So there wasn't, you could say it was in op because it wasn't there. So, oh, wow. A320, no packs? Huh. Interesting. Again, I don't know the MEL list, so to me, it would seem like you don't go with, as long as you got one pack, you should be okay, but both out? Ugh. Yep. Yes, sir. A lot of airlines have APU issues. All right, well, let's get ready for the approach. Here we come up to, we just passed bylaw. So next up in the list is Bentkey at 12,000. We just dropped below. Let's roll that down to 2943 and double check. METAR still 40 minutes old, 2943. Let's see if the airport's ATIS has been updated any sooner. No, it has not. Okay. 2943 set. And passengers, get in your seats. I gave you a little longer to give us some more money for the airline. All right. Binky, 12,000. And then from there down to, I want to say 7,000, but they don't show it here. So, all right, well, it's been a great flight from Denver to O'Hare. Just keep in mind, we are continuing. Now, we'll stop the video once we're done here at O'Hare. And then do a quick reset of the flight and then restart the video, continue on to LaGuardia. But we will stay on stream the whole time. Have you seen the new MS? I've heard of, I have not watched any of them. Spy Flight I know is up in one right now. I think Black Box 711's flying one. No, I have not heard or watched any of what's going on. I have heard the word crash to desktop out of one person. Don't know what the cause was. If they know what the cause was. Hopefully it's better than the Flight Factor A350. By the way, that was one of the two flights I was considering to fly last night. But I just was just too tired and decided, you know what? We got a busy day today on stream. Let's take the break, and I'm glad I did. The other was an MD-11 to test out a remark I got over at YouTube, and that I wanted to see how that worked. All right, and at Newark, we'll start our descent. I happen to see GG1 up ahead. GG's ahead of us. By the way, we didn't have any speed restrictions. Huh. All right, I'm going to go ahead, set for 7,000. Okay. And at Newark, we'll start it. There are no. Now, that would be if it was a Southwest Airlines hub. Got to watch yourself going into Midway. Well, there you got to watch out for challengers challenging you on the runway. Perfect. Nice, gentle descent to 7,000. All right, GG1. We're about 20 behind you. Oh, speaking of which, what is the CTAF? .ctaf KORD is at 126.9. No, 127.50. All right, so we're set to go to CTAF once we intercept the ILS, because that'll be right about where we would be handed off. Here's 10,000. All right, 120.750 for CTAF at O'Hare. Out of curiosity, can we see Midway from up here? Landlocked Midway. That might be it right there. But yeah, that's an airport. Well, they've had some pretty bad crashes. Well, not mishaps. We'll put it, well, they probably have had some crashes. But anyway, just horrible. 6,000-foot runways and landlocked to where you've got housing and all your, it's a bad situation that hopefully one day they're able to figure out how to mitigate. And I believe O'Hare is off the nose to the left. All right, I've just letting her ease on down the road. All right, we're set. And right out the corner there is Midway. Yes, I have. I love it. And that actually was the start of my thought for that ended up in the 350 almost going airborne. But yes, the A330-900 is amazing from Toliss. There are some things I'm not sure I like so much on it that they've done with the respect to how you work the buttons, but that's just a me issue. That's not a technical problem. It's just a flying with Mike issue. He has lots of issues. Performance and frame rates are, I'll be honest, I don't know frame rates, but if it's Toliss, it should be good. The performance is phenomenal. Plane flies really nice. Just love it. Now, if we could just get Flight Factor to get version 2 of the 350 out here, I hope the rumors are true and Toliss is working with them. But when you tell me two companies are working together on the same project, I rarely believe it. So, but I hope it's true, because then it will be a really good product. All right, let's get set up to go down to 5,000. I lost track of Gigi. I don't know where they're hiding. But we'll find them eventually. Now, wait a minute. That looks like O'Hare over here. Was that DuPage I just saw? Because that's O'Hare. I tell you, these charts. Yeah, that was DuPage I saw. That's right behind us. Yeah, right there's DuPage. Ah, got it all backwards. Hey, I'm a great pilot. I know exactly where I am. We definitely made that correct left turn in Albuquerque. Even though Albuquerque was nowhere near. Oh, there's GG1. Trying to find a localizer, it looks like. All right, let's go down to 5,000, shall we? All right, double check. IVZE, is that correct for us? IVZE, that is correct. All right, so we'll make our descent. Yeah, we're flying by to come right back. And if I'd ascended to 2,000 and turned in, I'd be in front of Duluth. Oh, if I was on my game, I would have. Ooh, we got some big buildings ahead of us. Wonder when the rest will kick in, if they will. He's 1,000 feet below us over there somewhere. See if we see him scooting by. I could put him into some fun and turn in behind him when I see him go by us. I won't. I did not save. Doggone it. I guess we're not going to see him go by. All right, here's our turn point. Chicago O'Hare traffic, American 2771, direct for the localizer 28 center. We'll switch to CTAF. Okay, we are on the localizer. We are 18 mile out. Hazel, that's what I was trying to think. Got a good 7 mile spacing. All right, flaps are at 1. Let's go ahead, get that ignition on, speed brakes armed. Runways in sight. All right, we'll keep her at 200 knots, get some better spacing here. All right, but put your predictions in. Now is the time. And got mine in. I don't like crosswind landings, never did as a pilot. Ah, I've got 2 in. All right, how we doing on spacing? Okay, we're starting to drift in, so slowing to 160.
O'Hare traffic, Gingerbread 1, 4.5 mile final runway 28 center.
All right, we're about 11 out. What's that, Sika? And Sika's 7 miles, right? 7 mile. Okay, we're gonna activate approach now. Slow to 145.
O'Hare traffic, Gingerbread 1, 2 mile final runway 28 center.
All right, we've slowed to 145, our approach speed. We got a good 6-7 miles between me and him, about 5-6 miles, so we're good. Okay, flaps full, 3 green on the landing gear. Brakes are set to low. Spoilers armed. We're ready for landing. O'Hare traffic, American 2771 at Sika, 7 mile out on the ILS 28 center. All right, I've waited long enough.
500.
My plane.
400.
Just worried we're getting into windshield.
300. 100 above.
Little nervous about wind shear right now.
200. Speed. Minimum.
Landing. Whoa, nice little balloon there.
30, 20, retard, 10, 5. Retard.
American 2771 going around due to a hard bounce.
Port traffic United 519 heavy, 10 mile final, runway 28 center.
And O'Hare traffic left downwind, left downwind 28 center number 2.
United 519 heavy, 5 mile final, runway 28 right, or 28 center.
O'Hare traffic American 2771 turning left base 28 center. O'Hare traffic, American 2771, take 2. Here we come for 28 center, 7 mile out. Gear, flaps, and brakes are set. I'm going to carry a little more speed, I think. O'Hare traffic, short final, 28 center.
Ohio traffic, American 519 heavy, vacated runway 28 center.
Okay, stable. We're trying this again, landing.
Speed, speed, speed. 400. Speed, speed, speed. 300. 100 above.
Come on, girl. Get in there.
Speed, speed, speed. Speed, speed. 200. Minimum.
Glide slow.
100.
Yeah, at 519 heavy, cross runway 28 right.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. Retard. 5.
O'Hare traffic, American 2771, exiting, taxiing to Hotel 12 for American. Very long run landing. O'Hare traffic crossing 28 right. Wow, that was incredible what the winds were doing. And American 2771, clear all runways, taxi to hotel terminals. Well, I'll be curious what the airline got us at, since we did too. Well, I got 451, but I don't know if that's the first or second, so we'll have to look. But United got 104. Congrats. Good job. All right, looking for Alpha 10, which I think is right up here. I think United goes to the Bravo or Charlie gates. I definitely lost GG1 somewhere out here. All right, we're into blocks. Welcome to O'Hare after a go-around. Rare to see one on Flying with Mike, but we did one. That was pretty much needed. That was a pretty hard, it wasn't a hard, but it just ballooned right back up. And I said, you know what, we're going to have to go around because I have no idea what it'll do. That was one ugly approach. It was. That was rough coming in on that wind. So those of you looking to do the Denver Friday night ops, look at it from the perspective of maybe flying from O'Hare. I did turn it on, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, lights are all off except, oh, why is the beacon off? Okay, let's shut them down. Okay, spoilers, landing lights, everything set. Chronos, stop. Okay, weather radars turned off, brake fans. Oh, I've got a feeling they're needed. Actually, no, they're not. Wow. APU's on TCAS now to standby. And, all right, parking brake set, turn off lights and all are off. Brake fans off, engines 1 and 2 off. And cockpit door can be opened. I normally don't do this. I'm kind of curious when I hit the lock switch what'll happen. All right, no smoking, fuel pumps can all be turned off now. All right. There's Southwest. I didn't hear him. He must have been on the other channel. That's okay. What was I doing here? Fuel pumps. All right, now I am kind of curious how this airline records this, so hang on a second. This is my first go around with them. Yeah, I know, believe it or not. Oh, I need to reply. Where do I reply? See if I'm allowed to book. It's been a long time since I've had to do that. Make a report. See if it'll let me. All right. Which one did we choose? Hang on, I'll be right back, folks. Currently 20. I'll let you know here in a second, Azul. All right. Sorry, I was getting the report filed out and getting another flight booked, just seeing one if they're going to let me. They did. And we'll see how that all transpires if they don't like my report. Anyway, all right, so we got that all taken care of. That I used to have to fill them out for bounces all the time. And usually if like the airplane just kind of lifts up a few inches and then back down, that they never did, maybe even a couple feet. But that bounce, I knew they would, and that's why we went around. Yeah, that was, if you want some challenges, O'Hare is a place to be. St. Louis, probably no different. Kansas City, possibly. Basically here in the Midwest, if you want some challenge, it's pretty good here in O'Hare, let alone throw traffic at. Who broke the rules? What happened? So anyway, that's what happened here. We are off. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that. But anyway, there's the airplane still online. Hang on, I'm just going to quickly take care of things before they take care of themselves. Actually, let's go ahead and get some caterers in here. All right, so we are in O'Hare. Let's talk about this. This was a humdinger. I highly recommend, folks, if you want some challenge in your flight, trying to hear from GG1 what he thought. That would be, by the way, Duluth Fly, if you follow him. If not, follow him. He's always up, always usually in the 737, but sometimes he gets a little wascally and tries a different airplane. That's when it's fun. No. Matter of fact, he actually tried a new airspace to fly in Australia. I love flying down under. I love flying everywhere. Europe, the last few flights with ATC over there has been phenomenal. So, again, to all of you out there, get out of your comfort zones. We're all comfortable with Airbuses. We're all comfortable with Boeings. Try something else somewhere else, and it is fun. You find like places like Austria, beautiful scenery. Innsbruck, Salzburg, Linz, all of the airports in Austria, amazing. Even Vienna, such a big airport like this, but still fun to fly into. And it's always fun to learn how their rules work, which is a lot different than sometimes the U.S. Well, the airplane still flies the same, but the procedures needed change a little bit. case in point, transition levels change a lot. Here, they don't in the US. So little things like that is what keeps it fun, learning new things. So, but anyway, what happened on that approach, Azul? Just making sure everything's clear of advertisements. We have a wind here in O'Hare. Currently, as of 30 minutes ago, 270 at 18 gusts to 30. The Windy City is living up to her name today. So is the entire Midwest. So beautiful skies, beautiful everything else, but the wind, whoa, wicked. And what happened coming in, everything was going great on the approach till you begin that slowdown, right? Before, till you get, if you keep your speed up, you do pretty good. But man, when you start drifting under 150, that's when those winds really start playing with the plane. The first attempt I hit, and I thought the airplane was going to settle. I guess the spoilers didn't get up to help, and the airplane bounced up and kept going up. And I said, oh, by the time we come down, get power under it, she's going to hit very hard. So I went around. Second time around, again, another pretty good approach. But again, as we got over where 22 left is, you getting slow, things started getting squirrely. We bounced, but it wasn't a bad bounce this time. It actually bounced, and probably the spoilers came up and put her back on the runway. We went into full reverse and stopped. So that's the report I gave to American. What they do with it, I have no idea. But yeah, that was some trickiness there. They're doing a hard landing check on it anyway, just to be safe because of the 500 feet a minute. But we'll get to that here in a second. So anyway, that's what happened here, Azul. And tonight's Friday night ops is Denver. So taking off out of here isn't bad, probably. But getting back in could be. I don't think the winds are expected to die down. We got a cold front coming through tonight. Maybe it will up here, then go to St. Louis. So, but anyway, great flight. Let's take a look at those numbers, shall we, while the aircraft is still deplaning and all of that good stuff. All right, let's see if I'm going to check Elevatech here to see if it even recorded anything, because I don't know what it did. It just didn't seem to take my flight from SimBrief, but yet it did, if that makes sense. So we'll see how it recorded it. All right, they got us the 574. Okay. Which landing? I have no idea. Because remember, we did go around. So anyway, yeah, I don't know what was up here. We'll try it again. To LaGuardia next. All right, and I didn't put that up there because I really didn't know how it was going to be. Here's Sim Toolkit. That is what I call my officialness. And you saw the 2 landings, 730 on the first one, 450. That was enough to put us up high enough in the air that I said, you know what, push them. Let's go around. And that's what we did. See how my pattern went. That wasn't a bad pattern at all. I got nervous here thinking I wasn't far enough away from the airport. Was I wrong? But then turned in. Yeah, no, technically I should have came out and flew the long one again, but I just did a pattern and came back in. All right, let's complete it. And so we know the first one was 700 plus feet a minute. That was the go around. this should be the second one. Nope, it's the first one. So 731 feet a minute, 114 feet, 3 points G's. So that's why I think I was asked for a repeat. 2 hours, 37 minutes over here, 770 miles. Very rough. Short final is where it's rough. Up until then, it's a piece of cake. All right. Now, is there any solitude here? No, because where'd they put us? Way down here. Go figure. Oh, well, the numbers up here won't matter. We were approximately 15, call it 1,900 feet down the runway. And somehow, some way on the center line or very close. Like I said, this was the go around. The next one was 500 feet a minute and a gentler bump up so that it stayed right on the ground, and we were able to get her fully under control. So hang on a second. All right, so you can see the rest of the horrible numbers. Horrible landing. Horrible. Hopefully better over in the garbage can. All right, so with that, we're gonna wait a few more minutes. I know y'all didn't get a lot of that commentary unless you're thankfully on our subscriptions. Again, those of you that heard all of what we just went through, hopefully you're subscribing, and that's how you get rid of the ads and other great benefits. But the biggest one of all is you get rid of the ads. Secondly, just to let you know, it was horrible landings. Again, though, I can't recommend O'Hare or the Midwest and Denver tonight. Preferably Denver out to one of the Midwest airports. Kansas City, St. Louis, Little Rock, Memphis could be really tricky today. Maybe Indianapolis. I don't know how quickly and how fast the winds will die. But that front's about to come through St. Louis, and we got some pretty good winds here. So something to think about with Friday night ops. But look east of Denver for where the high winds are, because why this thing's so deep and not much precip, I have no idea. But that's why they don't pay me to be a weatherman. If they paid me to be a weatherman, I don't know if I'd need to be on air. So anyway, let's call it. Twitch, hey, would you guys please hang tight for about 2 minutes? I'm gonna basically close this off like I do all of my YouTube videos that you see uploaded, and then we're gonna come back, talk briefly, take a quick break, and then get into the second flight. We'll do it again to get our YouTube viewers in here. All right, so give me about 2 minutes or so, and we're gonna wrap this up. YouTube, thank you so much for watching, and sorry for the horrible landings, but they happen. Good thing is we're still on all three. So all right, and any landing you can walk away from is a great landing. So just look at it that way. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend if you're not able to watch the next videos. Helps to push the right slider up. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend on YouTube. We'll see you on the next flight, which, by the way, O'Hare to LaGuardia. If you're on Twitch, hang tight. We're going to get to it momentarily.
Attention all aircraft. O'Hare information. Uniform current. Altimeter 29442.
YouTube, have a safe Mardi Gras weekend. We'll see you Monday morning. Well, we'll see you on the next flight. God bless.